And I can't believe okay, guys, I gotta tell you. First, there was a horse. The horse died, and we started beating the dead horse. Okay, this story is a dead horse being beaten over and over again. We pulverized it into glue yesterday and cat food. Now it is just probably ash and charcoal and maybe the teeth remaining, because if we keep, I don't know how many times I can point this out. He is not a citizen or national of the U.S. He is a native of El Salvador. This is can you pull this up? This is the court document showing dude is from El Salvador. But the reason I stress this again, the first thing I'll say is, it's for those that are watching the live show, you're like, Tim, you just told us this. Yes, but this will be a segment specifically addressing Hassan. When people like Hassan pull up these news stories and they march in lock, they genuinely believe, like, CNN's telling me the truth. He goes, he's not from Maryland. What's he from, D.C.? And it's like, no, my dude, he's from El Salvador. But people like Hassan don't do any journalistic work. They don't research. They don't pull up court documents. So he actually thinks, and I feel bad for him because I understand his anger. Hassan believes that Donald Trump accidentally arrested an American citizen from Maryland and deported him to El Salvador. I mean, that would terrify me too. We've said on the show numerous times, American citizens should not be going to El Salvador. But this is what the corporate press does.
The fascinating thing I believe about all this is that it reminds me of the defund the police thing, which is a portion of the left gets fixated on something and it takes over the entire left side of the aisle to the point where they look absolutely berserk and crazy. And when you've got a senator and 4 congressmen going down to El Salvador to a prison to meet and shake hands and have margaritas with an MS-13 gang member, you're not even crazy anymore. You're like certifiably insane.
A little.
And so, like, if you want to pulverize the horse, kill it, turn it into glue, cat food, turn it into ash, I say we just keep doing it until they stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Because it's our issue. We've won it, and we're going to win tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
A little context about this guy. He specifically said that there are baby settlers. He takes the side of Hamas. Yeah. He specifically said that there are baby settlers and that how he doesn't judge how people rise up. He's literally had Houthi terrorists on his stream. He said that he said he's speaking to a translator who's translating to the Houthi terrorist. Tell him that we believe that he's doing what Luffy would do. Luffy's a character from One Piece, which is a manga. And so he literally takes the side of terrorists. He straight up has said that America deserved 9/11. Came out and said it. So he.
You better be careful. Trump might deport him.
Yeah, I would love it. He's an anchor baby. He's an anchor baby. But like he actually kind of is emblematic of the left in that they can't help but take the side of the bad guys. The left was on the side of the people that were firebombing cities across the country in 2020. The former vice president, Kamala Harris, was actually advertising a website to help pay for the legal fund for people that were arrested, not for protesting, but for actually rioting. Kamala Harris took a picture with, I forget the guy's name. He was the guy that was killed by shot by the police because he was about to take off with a car full of kids. He had a knife. Jacob Blake. And he's the reason that Kenosha burned down. Yep. The vice president went and took pictures with him. The left continually sides with people that are not just on the left, but they literally side with criminals and the bad guys.
It's not a bug either.
Yes.
It's a feature. I mean, that's a
100%.
feature of the system.
I agree, but I also think there's a point to be made in that, you know, some of these guys just aren't smart enough to do the digging, and you know, obviously, there's a lot of people who would rather just insult and rag on Hassan, and you take the low road. Serge is raising his hand, but I'm going to say this with sincerity. I think the dude genuinely just believes too much fake stuff and doesn't know what's real. And so, like, I'll say it again. I mean, when the news initially broke about the administrative error, my position was, okay, they deported an illegal immigrant. This is an administrative error. They shouldn't have done this. And I get a bunch of people now taking that quote and sending it to me and saying, "What's up, Tim? Where are you at now?" I'm like, "Oh, well, they came out with the arrest documents showing it was MS-13. They cited the Alien Enemies Act saying that he is part of a terrorist organization. Here's the evidence. Here's the image of his tattoos. Here's the informant giving his rank. Here's the arrest report showing him with known gang members. Here's his wife trying to cover up his tattoos. And he's a wife beater." And I'm like, I see. So what's the remedy then for the administrative error is a USCIS interview. That's it. Now, I did do an interview. I had an interview with Secretary Noem, and we actually spoke for about half an hour. But at least in this regard, she said, at this point, it's out of our jurisdiction. He is not an American citizen. There's no remedy for this. He can have a USCIS interview if he finds his way back here somehow, but it's not going to happen. There's no reality where that happens. If he does come back, he will simply get his hearing and be deported immediately. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.